Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Grayson. Just gonna do a little update and make a few comments on a couple things. Today is the 1st of July, so tomorrow will be my 4 months on testosterone. In that regard, everything's going great. My levels, I am hoping, are leveling out. When I went for my 3-month blood work, my doctor said that my levels were really, really high. So he lowered my dose from zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.4. Um, and that's every week. I do my shots every Friday. So hopefully that little change will level me out a bit. I've done 2 shots now on the lower dose, and I do feel a lot better. I feel like I have more energy. I'm less irritable. So I think it's starting to level out a bit. So that's good. And other than that, I mean, my red blood cell count is pretty high. But he said to go donate blood, and that would take care of that. So I'm waiting for a donation center to have a blood drive around me, because I went to a doctor, a hospital up the street from my house, and they said that because of my hormone changes that they really couldn't use my blood. Worst case scenario, if that is the case, then I can just go to the clinic that I get my prescription at, and they can just draw the blood and waste it. I hate to waste something that could be of use to someone, but if it is true that the hormonal change renders my blood useless, then so be it. So yeah, everything's going great. I feel great. Really happy with the changes that I've experienced and am continuing to experience. All of the facial hair, all of the body hair, the voice change. It's all been great. I had to shave pretty recently, so you can't really see much of the facial hair action, but it's pretty significant, and I'll make another video before the next time I shave so I can kind of show it off a little bit. It's a little patchy underneath here, but it's almost connected over on the sides. I get like a little bald spot on either side right here, but overall I think it's going pretty well. One thing I did want to comment on was I went out with some friends from work, I guess probably a week ago, and all of them have been really, really supportive, and of course they're curious, so they ask questions, and I try to be as open and honest with them as I can, because I want to kind of spread knowledge about the trans issue to people who are not very knowledgeable of it, and who are willing to learn about it and curious about it, want to learn. And that's pretty much everybody that I work with. They're all, really, really invested in me and really curious about the whole process and really interested in it. So I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people I work with. One of the conversations I had with a girl I work with the other day, she asked me, she was like, "Do you think you will ever regret transitioning?" And, it's something that I think a lot of guys who are considering transitioning, at least I hope a lot of them consider, because it's a life-changing thing, and it's a big decision. So of course I spent the better part of probably 2 or 3 months thinking about, well, what if I do this? What if I go through all of this and then I don't want it, or I wished I hadn't, or what if it ruins the relationships in my life? There are a lot of possible negative implications, a lot of social implications and physical implications, and it's kind of scary. So of course that's something I thought about. Say stop, my dog. Of course it's something I've thought about before, and so I was quick to formulate an answer for her, and it it was a pretty developed answer, and I just looked at her and I said, For the first time in my life, I honestly 100% feel at peace with myself. And, you know, for such a long time, it was like I was acting, and I was forcing myself to be something that I wasn't, and I also forced myself to believe that pretending to be that person that I wasn't was easier than transitioning. And once I decided to transition, and now the only thing I feel is relief. Like, I feel like I can breathe. I'm comfortable with who I am and who I'm becoming, and I have so much support behind me. I have, hundreds, thousands, millions of people backing me up with this. And like I said, for such a long time, I was afraid of the social implications of transitioning, and it's a very realistic fear. I mean, people don't understand it, people judge it. So that was a big fear of mine. I was scared of telling people at work and facing, resistance from them. I was afraid of, maybe getting beat up or losing friends and family, and I was afraid my girlfriend might leave me, and she wouldn't be attracted to me. We've been together for 4 years, and that I was afraid that would end. And you know, I realized at some point, I don't remember exactly when, um, but I finally realized that I was just setting up obstacles for myself, and ultimately that this is something I needed to do. I needed to see if it was right for me. I needed to start the process, and if it didn't work out, I could just forget about it and move on, living my life as I was for so long. Um, I couldn't I couldn't let go of the idea of transitioning for such a long time, probably 2 years before I started. And once I took that leap of faith, you could say, since then I've never been happier. I've been overwhelmed with love and support from so many different people in my life, and I'm so incredibly thankful for it. And the process has made me so courageous. It's made me strong, and it has made me genuine, and it has shown me the people in my life who really do care and how much they really care. And I am so, so, so lucky. Um, and I wish it weren't the case, but I know that not everyone has it as easy as I've had it, and it is a very scary idea, when you're first faced with it. But through the process, I've gained an entirely new perspective on the world. I have a newfound respect for all of the people in my life. I appreciate so many things that I just used to overlook. And I can think more clearly because my mind isn't like bogged down with fear and anxiety and this self-loathing. And I wouldn't trade this process for anything. Um, you know, sure, it would have been easier if I had been able to skip this whole ordeal and just come out of the womb as a guy. Um, but then I wouldn't have had all of these experiences, and now I am becoming a man who possesses this unique and unparalleled perspective on what it is to be a woman in this world, and I can appreciate a woman and appreciate femininity in a way that most men could never. I've learned what unconditional love is. I've seen the power of determination. I understand the importance of human relationships. And if I had had the easy way out and hadn't had to go through all of this, these are things I think I never would have known. And for all that, I'm so thankful. And so, I guess in short, I truly think I will never, ever regret transitioning. Um, and, the fact that I can say that now with utmost confidence makes me so indescribably happy. And, I'm just so, so thankful for everybody in my life and every experience that I've had thus far, and every experience that I'm gonna have. So that's my rant. Can get off my soapbox now. Um, I have to go to work, so I'm gonna make another video soon. I don't know when, but soon I guess I will. And I hope everybody's doing great. I really hope that everyone out there is as happy and satisfied as I am. So, thanks guys for all of your support, and to all of my family and friends that are watching. I love you guys.